Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and please don't tease me. Before I start, I want to say that I am working on a much longer video, but it's taken me a long time to get those gameplay videos ready, so this is kind of a fun cheat video. So I started this particular household with a sim that was already in my Sims household. She was an older sister, she wasn't an heir, so I moved her out and I moved her into a tiny home. Now what I'm going to do with her is I'm going to make her have a club full of other Sims who are also painting. But first, obviously, I need to buy her a couple of easels. Now, for me, it made the most sense to invite her family members because I knew that some of them already painted and had painting skills, and also she had a good relationship with them. So I invited all of her family members so that they would come over and they would paint with her. I also made it so that they would get some points for the club for socializing because I knew that was going to happen anyway. The reason I chose a tiny residential home was because I in fact wanted to make sure that my Sims skilled up a little more quickly. Now, tiny residential homes give you a boost, though I don't know how big it is, but I know it's a little bit. And I knew that the more she worked there, the more likely it was that she was going to get better. And as you can see, that is what happened. She slowly but surely got better. This is Monday, and so far we have something like 295 simoleons in the bank. Now, I want to make a couple of things clear here. First of all, the weather was really on my side because it's either spring or fall and it's not cold. So I made sure to set them outside. There is no decoration. They don't get any bonuses except for being in the small lot, which actually helps a lot. As you can see, my Sim is fine. She has 3 moodlets that boost her skill gaining and her motive. With every time that my Sim made a sale, and she always sold somebody else's painting except for when she was painting, I managed to buy more easels. Now, my goal was to buy 8 easels so that people would be working on them at all times. And as you can see, I extended the club. It only took me about a day to have enough bonuses to make the club a little bit bigger, and I invited another Sim. Now, I didn't do this here, but it is in your best interest to invite Sims that actually have skill in this. I invited her family because it made more sense for this particular Sim. But for any other Sims, what you want to do is you want to invite Sims that already have painting skill so that every time you sell some paintings, you can get a little bit of more money. Now at this point, things are going pretty well. My Sim is slowly making money back, but again, every time she makes enough money, I buy another easel. In theory, you should have club meetings go for as long as humanly possible. But because my Sim doesn't have that many resources, she only has a mini fridge and there isn't any place for recreation for my Sims, I know that they're getting hungrier and they're getting more desperate for fun, etc, etc. So what I do is I stop it at any point where it feels like it's too much and they all go home. Now, even that, you don't have to do if you have enough resources for your Sims to. You should be optimizing your room so that they are more inspired. Obviously outside it doesn't really work, but here are some things you can do. You can buy some club perks to make sure they're as inspired as possible. You can also get paintings and hang them on the wall inside if you have your Sims go inside and paint like that. This is only going to produce more masterpieces, which is going to help your Sim become famous, and it's going to help your Sim get more money. I didn't do any of this because I just wanted to see purely how much money she would get if I didn't optimize it as much as possible. Now let's talk about other Sims. One of the most important things that your Sims need to be doing here is to sell all the paintings themselves. Other Sims don't take it, so it's great because you're able to get a few simoleons per every art piece, even if it sucks, and that's great. But slowly, especially as Sims start completing higher level paintings, your Sim is going to get more and more famous. It's going to happen whether you want it to or not, unless you opt out of fame system. Fame isn't going to give you money at first, but eventually it will. And I'm going to explain how. Basically, the more perks you buy for fame, the more money it can make you. And eventually you want to get a lifestyle brand going. So we started this whole adventure with something like 100 simoleons once she finally had her house and everything and the easel set up. Right now, we're on 3,000 simoleons or so, and we're only going to get more simoleons. It's only been a day or two. As you can see, when my Sim had more money, I decided to buy more easels so that every member of the club would be able to work at the same time. Currently, they're not able to work at the same time because she didn't have enough easels, but now she does. So hopefully this would get us even more money. I want to take a side by here to sort of explain the like and dislike system because I think it's really important in this particular case. Now, all of my Sims have slowly fallen in love with painting. That means that they like to do it. They're a little bit better at it, they skill a little bit better at it, and they're just happy to do it. If some of my Sims didn't like it or they were bored of it, then that would be difficult because they would start having these tense moodlets. So just make sure that when you select the people that go into your club, they already like painting or you're reasonably sure you can make them like painting. Now, it's been almost a week since my sim started this, maybe a little bit less, and she has a very tiny house, which is on purpose, but she doesn't have good appliances, she's off the grid, it's a whole thing. Now, if you make it so that your sim is more comfortable, if you give them more expensive beds, a better fridge, better bathrooms, etc., etc., then you can be reasonably sure that your sim is always going to produce high quality work. So make sure to focus on what your sim actually needs as well. Make sure all their needs are fulfilled and they're happy. And you're going to be able to get rich a lot quicker than I was, even though I was able to get rich really quickly. There are a couple of ways in which you can sell your paintings in this game. Now, you shouldn't drag them to your inventory and sell them like that because that's not going to give you fame. You should definitely be striving for the fame of other people's work. If you have the right expansion pack, you can sell them on Plopsy. Plopsy is a little bit of a crapshoot. You might get more money like that, but it could take a little while, and if you're wanting to get rich quickly, this is the best way to do it. Make sure that your sim goes around, click on sell painting every single time and sell them like that. There is one more option, and that is to have your own retail space and sell your paintings like that. I think that will get you a lot more money a lot more quickly. In fact, I'm pretty sure Carl did a video about this, which I will link down below, but it takes a lot of work. This is just simple, easy, quick way to get rich. You don't have a say in what your club members work on. They decide what they're going to do. A lot of the time it's going to be figure studies and stuff like that. Sometimes it's going to be a little different. As they get better, you will see their paintings get better. Now, you don't have to prompt them to do anything because it's in the club. If they know they're supposed to be painting, they're going to paint. That's going to give you more points and you're going to be able to buy perks. It's really simple stuff. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times, Sims will abandon a painting halfway through, and then it's just going to be stuck there. You can get rid of it if you want to, you can scrap it, but sometimes Sims will go back to it, and they will finish it. So it's up to you. If you think the painting is worth it, then, just let them finish it. Now, here's another thing about this. You don't know which pieces are going to be masterpieces. Sometimes it makes no sense. Sometimes it makes perfect sense. So I always encourage you to give it a little bit of time so that they can finish it if they want to. And if they don't, after a couple of days or a couple of meetings, just scrap it. You should have enough money at this point that it shouldn't hurt you not to. It's been one sim week. My sim currently has 90,000 simoleons and she has been nominated for a style accolade. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't tease me. Subscribe if you want more. Enjoy. Bye!